This week I was thinking a lot about how many of us go through life completely unaware of the unconscious habits that we've built just to protect our mental health. And I don't mean the intentional habits, you guys. I'm talking about like not the gym, not journaling, not early morning routines. I'm talking about the invisible habits, the invisible things that we put in place to protect ourselves. The ones that we didn't know we were choosing. The ones that our nervous system created behind our back because at some point in our life, we didn't feel safe. And you can be a grown man with a house, a job, a family, a mortgage, and still be running in the same survival scripts that you built when you were 7 years old. Like, do you see that? And here's the part that really hit me this week, okay? Our brain, it's like a fish that has been trained to bite at every single hook that it swims past. It learned that reacting fast kept us alive. It learned that bracing first kept us safe. And it learned that scanning the room before we were relaxed was the only way to avoid chaos. You think that you're just wired this way, but no man ever comes out of the womb this hypervigilant. Hypervigilance is learned. And you learn it through pain. I mean, through unpredictability, through years of having to read your environment like your life depended on it. And for a lot of us did. Like, it really did depend on it. And the craziest part, you don't even notice that you're doing this anymore. Most men really don't. We don't see how fast we flinch internally. We don't see how quickly we jump to defend ourselves. We don't see how often we brace, tense, guard, anticipate. We don't see how many moments of peace we trade away because we don't trust peace when it actually shows up. I'm guilty of that. Your brain, it bites the hook because the hook feels familiar. And let me explain what I really mean here. Some of you bite the hook of anger without thinking. Like someone's tone will shift and you're suddenly on edge. Your chest tightens, your thoughts sharpen. It's like your whole body says, we know what happens next, even when nothing actually happens. And that's the unconscious habit. Your brain preparing for a threat before the threat even exists. And some of you bite the hook of guilt. The moment someone looks disappointed, you take responsibility for a feeling that doesn't belong to you. You apologize for things that you didn't do, and you shrink yourself, you fold. Not because you're weak, but because your nervous system remembers what it felt like to be blamed unfairly, and it had to learn how to comfort itself to survive. Now, some of you will bite the hook of shame. That silent one, right? Shame is always silent. The one where you assume you're the problem. You assume that you're the burden. You assume something is wrong with you, even when nothing is wrong at all. Shame makes you walk into every room feeling like you need to justify your existence. And some of you bite the hook of control. You lock everything down, you manage every detail, you plan for every single possible outcome, not because you're organized as AF, right? But because unpredictability used to hurt you. When you grew up in a chaotic environment, perfection feels like safety. And these aren't conscious choices, my friends. These are unconscious survival reflexes. Your brain is not trying to ruin your life. It's trying to protect you with outdated instructions, outdated software, outdated programming. It's like a soldier who never got the memo that the war was over 20 years ago. He's still ducking, still hiding, still jumping at every single little sound. Meanwhile, the rest of your life is waiting for you to realize that the battlefield is gone. But you don't know how to put the armor down because the armor feels like skin. And the hardest part here, the most heartbreaking part, is that men walk around believing these reflexes are who they are. They say things like, this is just how I am. I've always been like this. It's just my personality. I'm just not an emotional guy. I don't get close to people. I'm better on my own. No, you guys, that's not your personality. That's your protection. Your personality is what's underneath all of that. Your real self is underneath the reactions, underneath the armor, underneath all the overthinking, the detachment. Your heart did not disappear. It just learned not to stick its head out. And if you're honest with yourself right now, really honest, you feel the weight of that, don't you? Because even when life is going good, you're tired. Tired from scanning every single threat. Tired for bracing for impact that never comes. Tired from defending against enemies that don't exist. And this is why a lot of men sabotage good relationships. They're not reacting to the woman in front of them. They're reacting to the ghost that's standing behind her. And this is why some men explode over the littlest, dumbest things. Again, guilty. We're not reacting to the moment. We're reacting to a lifetime of swallowed emotions. This is why some men will keep chasing validation. They're not trying to be impressive. They're trying to outrun feeling unworthy. Oh gosh, that stings. Your brain is going to bite any hook that matches your old wound. It doesn't matter if the situation is harmless. It doesn't matter if the person loves you. It doesn't matter if you logically know that you're safe. Your nervous system is firing away anyways. And this is why awareness is the first step to freedom. It's not logic. You don't need more logic. You don't need more discipline. You don't need to try harder. You just need more awareness. Because you cannot change a habit that you cannot see. Now, this is where my method, the source method, comes into play. You need to stop. Stop all reactions. Just stop. Whatever it takes, stop. And then you observe the situation without any judgment. Just the facts. What actually is happening? If you could put it into like a black and white, no sound movie, what are the facts here? And then understand the belief behind your reaction. And then choose to release what you don't want anymore. Like verbally, out loud, write it down, whatever. Say, I don't want this. I'm committing to letting this go. And then you commit to the new belief. And then you enforce it with small daily actions. How can I enforce this new commitment that I'm making? See, you stop, you observe, you understand, you release, you commit, and then you enforce. This is how you stop biting those old hooks. This is how you retrain your fish. This is how you rewire a brain that's been on survival mode for decades. And the thing that makes me emotional, guys, like genuinely emotional, is when I get to see other men in my community finally experience themselves without any armor for the first time. Like these guys that say, for the first time in my life, I can feel again. And it doesn't scare me. That's the moment you know a man has stopped biting old hooks. That's the moment he finally meets himself. And you deserve that. You deserve to meet the man underneath the habits, underneath the triggers, underneath the survival instincts, underneath the beliefs that someone else planted in you, way before you knew how to protect yourself. You are not meant to live your whole life on high alert. You are not meant to go through every single day feeling responsible for everyone else's emotions. You are not meant to carry the weight of a childhood that you never asked for. You are not meant to live as a reaction to your past. You are meant to grow beyond all of that, to breathe deeper, to stand taller, to respond instead of react, to love without bracing, to connect without fearing loss. You're meant to be free. You're meant to live in freedom, you guys, but freedom isn't something that just happens. Freedom is a skill. It's a choice. You need to learn it. It is the result of slowing down long enough to actually see the hooks before you bite them. And if you're tired, guys, of living in reaction, come do this work with us. Join the school community. The link is in the description down below. Or come do a one-on-one session with me for free. If you're ready to really break the patterns that run your life, you guys, no pressure here. Just an invitation from me to you, man to man. And I'm telling you, you've been carrying this way too long. If you're still here with me, you have been carrying this way too long. And listen, YouTube's throwing another video up right here. The algorithm thinks that video is meant for you. Honestly, it might be right. Watch it, check it out. You know, it might just be the next hook that you finally stop biting. I love you. We'll talk to you later.